absolutely everyone wants to know how to make $10,000 a month as a new realtor. The only issue is there's a lot of BS out there. There's a ton of misinformation from people making it seem a lot easier than it actually is. So in today's video, I'm gonna break down the 3 main components you need to focus on in order to make $10,000 a month as a new realtor. But after you finish watching this video, I'm gonna leave a link in the description that will take this one step further. By the way, if you're new here, my name's Andy Coleman. I'm a 4-time Icon agent with EXP Realty. I've closed over 900 deals, which made me over $2 million as a relatively new realtor myself. After my first year in real estate, I was already making $256,000 a year doing what I'm about to tell you in this video. It's because I did the exact opposite of what everyone was telling me to do. That's why it works so well. The first thing you need in order to hit $10,000 a month as a new realtor is the right vehicle. Let me explain exactly what I mean. You see, the thing is, you need a method, a strategy that's big enough, but not overly risky so you can realistically achieve that $10,000 per month milestone. I did it myself using a specific rental strategy, which I'll discuss more in depth shortly. When I first started my real estate journey, I quickly recognized I needed a vehicle to generate reliable, consistent income without risking the little capital I had in the beginning. The first thing I'm gonna tell you straight up is that chasing luxury listings or high-end buyers right out of the gate is simply too risky, but mainly unpredictable. Let's be honest, there are many flashy realtors online who try to sell you a glamorous idea of making huge commissions from $1 million properties right out of the gate.
If I told you you could get 7 to 8 listings in the next 30 days, would you spend the next few minutes listening to this video?
But here's the truth. Those big deals take months, sometimes even years to close. While you're chasing after those rare high-ticket listings, you're risking your financial stability because your cash flow remains unstable. You might see massive potential commissions, but realistically, they're infrequent and unreliable at best when you're brand new. Instead, I found massive success focusing on the little guy, the rentals. This is a market segment that many realtors overlook because the commissions initially seem much smaller. But think about this logically. Each rental deal typically yields around $1,000 in commission, depending on the area that you're in. Could be higher, like I'm in South Florida, I'm making about $2,000 per deal. So to hit $10,000 a month, realistically, you're looking at closing roughly 5 to 10 rental transactions per month. That's about 1 to 3 deals per week, which is incredibly manageable with the right approach. But it gets better than that because I learned how to turn renters into buyers every single month as well. So you still get the big $10,000 commission checks too. It just requires you to also do rental deals. So think of those extra $10,000 commission checks as bonuses each month, which is how I was able to scale to making $20,000 a month in my second year. Compare this to other strategies like investing large sums up front in marketing for luxury listings, which is gonna tie up your capital for months, or spend hours on the phone cold calling seller leads, which ties up something even more valuable than money, your time.
Cold calling? Do I think that's the best? Yes. Do I think that's the most efficient way to get to the exact people you need to talk to build your business to the level that you want? Yep.
You might see big net worth figures in those strategies, but the real issue is cash flow and time. Many of these successful social media real estate agents have impressive careers on paper, but they struggled for 10 years just to start earning a decent living. But even if you want to struggle for the next decade, most of their strategies don't even work anymore. Remember, we're in a completely different market today in 2025 than we were back in 2015 or even 2020. It's only going to leave you with one option: quitting real estate. It's why 71% of agents closed 0 deals last year, which led to a 90% failure rate. I speak from experience here. Early on in my career, I saw fellow agents spending thousands of dollars on advertising or tying up money in expensive listings. Sure, their portfolios looked impressive, but their profits didn't, leaving little usable cash flow. In contrast, focusing on rental transactions provided me with immediate, consistent cash flow, which I could reinvest directly into scaling my business. This rental strategy is very different from other business models like sending out thousands of mailers, spending 6 hours a day door knocking, or trying to sell high high-priced homes. With rentals, you don't face that issue. Every commission you earn is immediate, usable profit. It's cash flow you can directly reinvest back into marketing or brand building or expanding your business further. So if you're focusing on a real estate service like specializing in rentals, it must have one of two critical factors. One, high perceived value to your clients. Your clients must genuinely see your expertise in rentals as valuable. For instance, landlords and renters alike value knowledge. They value efficient realtors who can quickly close deals that saves them time. Number two, also high leverage potential. Rentals are highly leverageable because once you master the process, you can hire virtual assistants or junior new agents to manage initial inquiries and your showings. Imagine hiring help that can remotely work for you that's gonna cut off hours of your time. This is gonna allow you to close more deals, meaning cash more commission checks. This leverage quickly allows you to scale your earnings without doing everything yourself. Remember, choosing a solid leverageable vehicle like rentals won't instantly turn you into a millionaire overnight, but you also won't go broke. Unlike risky business models that drain your savings and time, rentals are safe, consistent, then scalable. Let me give you a personal example. Before building my influential social media brand, I first created a service-based business by mastering the rental market. I ran this business profitably for years because it provided consistent income, predictable monthly growth, which gave me financial stability. This business model might not get you to $100 million right away, but that's completely okay because I've managed to make well over $2 million in my first 5 years doing this while working less every single year. The rental system I created involved three main methods to generate leads every day. First was getting tenant leads through MLS properties. Second was tenant leads through apartment complexes. Third was getting rental listings through landlord leads. Then I learned how to turn my renters into buyers, then my landlords into sellers. At the end of the video, I will link the actual strategies so you can get a better understanding of how each one works. This approach not only helped me achieve my first $10,000 month, but enabled me to eventually scale much higher, always remaining profitable while staying virtually risk-free. But this means absolutely nothing if you don't follow the next component, because the next component to making $10,000 a month is understanding your timeline. Here's the unfortunate reality thanks to social media. 20 years ago, if you were a realtor in your early 20s earning $4,000 a month without working a traditional 9-to-5 job, you'd feel pretty successful. You'd consider yourself already ahead of the curve, financially secure, maybe in complete control of your life. But today, the world has changed drastically. You're gonna scroll through social media to see other young realtors posting about huge commission checks, luxurious lifestyles, seemingly endless freedom, making you feel inadequate if you're only earning maybe $4,000 per month. Maybe you didn't hit that $10,000 mark yet. It's genuinely crazy how distorted our perceptions have become. I recognize I've contributed to this a little bit because what I've achieved at this record pace isn't typical. But let me be clear. A significant part of my success as a realtor came down to three main things: hard work, consistency, excellent timing, and choosing the right market niche, which is rentals. Yes, even a little bit of luck or divine intervention, whichever resonates with you more. 5 years ago, did I know the market was gonna shift away from buyers and sellers? Absolutely not. Everyone told me not to focus on the renters, that it was a complete waste of my time. So I listened to them at first, which guess what? Wasted my time. Then it also drained my savings. I was at a crossroads. I was either going to quit real estate for a regular job or try the only other way I knew to stay in real estate, which was rentals. I want to emphasize very clearly, especially for anyone feeling behind or frustrated. In my early days, I wasn't an overnight success. I started out living at my friend's apartment, making $400 a month, working at a call center with a dream to launch my real estate career one day. Those early days weren't glamorous. Once I got my real estate license, I was grinding every single day, studying the market, learning about rentals, investing my time in my clients, ultimately figuring out how to make consistent income in real estate. From when I first began seriously focusing on rentals, it took me nearly 1 month to close my first deal. I only made $800 in commission. I probably showed like 15 different properties before this lovely couple finally got accepted. I didn't know what I was doing, but I didn't give up. Spending all that time for that small of a commission check just motivated me to push even harder. Most agents would have given up right then and there, thinking that everyone else was right, that rentals are just a waste of time. Not me. I doubled down. This made me want to do it even more. Within my next 3 months, I had figured out how to make over $5,000 per month. Then I got my average commission up from $800 all the way up to $2,000. Now, this did happen over the next couple years, but instead of doing 15 showings per client, I got it down to 1 or 2, sometimes even doing no showings. Yes, it was challenging, but completely worth it. I ended up scaling my business from the 5 deals per month in my first year all the way up to a maximum of 30 deals, where I would average mid-20s every single month. Honestly, the reality is that success in real estate rarely happens overnight. Did I go from $0 to making $50,000 a month within 2 years? Yeah, I did do that, but it only took me 1 year to actually hit $10,000. Now, do I think it'll take you 2 years to hit $50,000 a month using my rental strategy? Honestly, it's a toss-up. No, because you can learn from me, so I've had a lot of agents do it significantly faster than that, but maybe it will if you aren't as hard of a worker as I was. Because today, you have far more resources at your disposal. I didn't have anybody when I first started. I had to learn all of this on my own. I created this strategy out of necessity. Now you get to learn directly from me because I've mastered rentals early on in my career. But even if it does take you 2 years to reach $50,000 a month, does that even matter? Picking any one of my rental strategies will get you to $10,000 a month within a few short months. That much I am certain of. But I can't stress enough how important it is to set realistic expectations. Earning thousands of dollars monthly from real estate as a brand new agent is already a tremendous accomplishment. Remember, it takes the average agent 9 months just to close their first deal. Meaning you're already way ahead of the curve because you found a new technique that no one else is doing. So your results are gonna be drastically different. In my journey, I've learned something powerful. When it rains, it pours. But this applies equally to setbacks and successes. Business growth isn't linear. It usually looks more like long periods of consistent effort followed by sudden rapid growth. You'll experience plateaus, periods when things feel stagnant. Then suddenly, as you're starting to doubt if you'll ever reach your goals, your earnings spike dramatically. After that surge, you're gonna plateau again, cementing your new income baseline before experiencing another leap forward. Ultimately, I'm emphasizing this point so you don't quit before you've genuinely given yourself a fair chance to succeed. Be patient, commit fully to your strategy. But remember, real sustainable success in real estate is built over time. Now that I've shown you how to reach your $10,000 a month goal, the next component is crucial if you don't want to lose it. You see, the third component isn't just about reaching that $10,000 mark. It's about maintaining, then consistently growing beyond it. It's understanding what happens after you hit your milestone. Think of it like mile 18 of a marathon, right? The toughest part, knowing what's coming, makes it easier to handle. I've personally done it for 5 years straight. I've guided over 300 agents to achieve it as well. So I can assure you that hitting that number is just the beginning. Staying at that income level consistently month after month, then flying past it, that's the true challenge. Let me explain. Making $10,000 once or even occasionally as a realtor is phenomenal, but the real achievement is turning this into your new baseline, your new normal. Your mindset needs to shift to maintaining, then scaling beyond it. It's not just about earning the money, it's about keeping it, then multiplying it strategically. Early in my real estate career, I experienced this firsthand. When I reached my first $10,000 a month, it felt amazing, but the reality soon hit me. I had to ensure that this wasn't a one-time thing. I quickly realized maintaining consistent earnings required very careful planning. I needed to constantly reinvest, I needed to learn, then expand my network. Rather than spending your earnings impulsively on things you don't need, you should learn from established, experienced entrepreneurs who've successfully sustained, then multiplied their wealth. I studied those successful businessmen and women closely, modeling their strategies to stabilize, then consistently grow my monthly income. Even though my initial success was very quick, I knew from the start I would need proven strategies to grow even faster. Successful business people like Alex Hormozy, Cody Sanchez, Patrick Bet-David, and so many more have really inspired me throughout the years. I've learned so many important business lessons from them because even after closing 900 deals in real estate, I know there is still so much more to learn. But let me explain how I scaled that fast over the last few years. I went from 50 closed deals in year number 1 to 170 deals in year number 2 to 250 closed deals by year number 3 as a solo agent. I didn't have a TC or a VA. I didn't have a team leader. I didn't have showing agents. I did it all by myself. My baseline became about $500,000 per year just 3 years into my real estate career. I did this because I didn't get comfortable. Just because I was making $20,000 a month in my second year, then $50,000 a month by my third year, I didn't get a big head or cocky. I wanted to see what was possible if I put even more effort. If I created systems and processes, if I started spending 12 hours a day working my rental system, really mastering every aspect of it, that led me to becoming the number 2 ranked agent in the world with EXP Realty. I did something that no other human being has ever done in the history of real estate. And guess what? There's nothing special about me. I just had a plan, a great work ethic. Then I worked very smart. Anyone can copy exactly what I've done because no other realtors are doing this right now. This rental niche has not been oversaturated yet. Everyone has been told throughout their career to avoid renters like the plague, that it's a waste of time. I am living proof that that's not the case at all. Actually, it's quite the opposite. I even made 85 grand on one deal off of one renter that I had in my 4th year. He was one of my first rental clients that I met off of Facebook Marketplace. I rented him a $6,000 home. Then a year later, a $20,000 home, which I made a $10,000 commission off of. Then he ended up buying a $3.4 million mansion with me. That month, I made $132,000 because I kept going. I didn't think to myself, oh yeah, this month is great. I'm gonna make 85 grand from one deal. Nope, I didn't think that way at all. I thought to myself, what would happen if I also did another 20 or so rentals on top of that? From there, I decided I wanted to teach agents how to do this. So I started a team. I taught some local agents what to do, so they helped me with all my deals. Once I saw that I wasn't the only one that can do this unique rental technique, I created a YouTube channel so I could inspire and teach other agents around the world. So you see, even if you're a new realtor right now that's struggling, you never know where it'll end up taking you. Did I think I would make a YouTube channel, become a content creator, start teaching agents as a new agent? Absolutely not. Now, I am trying to change an entire industry into thinking it's okay to work with renters instead of the common taboo where you're better off working with buyers and sellers exclusively. Who knows where I'm gonna be in a year or 2 from now? But I do know as long as I work consistent, I keep trying new things, I keep learning and growing every year, it'll hopefully get even better. Even though I'm making well over $600,000 a year right now by working less, that doesn't mean my job is over. In my mind, it's just the beginning. Now, I have an entire team at EXP Realty, so I'm recruiting agents and I'm helping them with my rental system. So if anybody wants help leaving their brokerage, book a call with me in the description. Now, the last 5 years have been a blast for me, but I want to give back because of all the success I've had. You can copy exactly what I've done. ideally even beating me. If you want to learn how to beat me in just a few short months, go to the link in the description below, richardrantals.com. I created an entire in-depth coaching program exactly how to do all my rental systems. So just remember, number one is getting to $10,000 per month using my proven rental techniques. Once you get there, make it your financial identity, meaning you're gonna consistently hit that month after month. Then finally, you can confidently start scaling higher and higher every year. I truly hope this has been very valuable for you. Don't forget to watch the next video, which breaks down my entire rental system step by step.